Okay, today is Thursday, December 20th, 2018. I want to review some trading opportunities. Also, one of the trades that were here in the pound yen. So this is one particular trade that I've been talking about the possibility of a setup over the last few weeks, waiting, anticipating, waiting for the breakouts, things like that. So what we're looking at is the pound yen daily time frame. So the first thing that I want to be aware of is that we've got a key support low over here on this chart, this MetaTrader. We've got a low of 139.89 or 90 approximately, right around that range. That's the first level of support there. But we have projected price targets before that and then, of course, after that. So we've got a continuation breakout trade. It's set up here on the 1 hour time frame. So if we look at the 1 hour time frame, I can compress the charts here. So this is the range that I've been talking about for quite some time. This price swing low right here is the December 10th. That's December 10th price swing low. This is the 1 hour time frame, pound yen. And I had a consolidation range that looked like this for the most part since that December 10th low. And then for the most part, things were going sideways. And whenever I would make these update videos, I would sort of come back to this particular chart, this being one of them, in addition to 5 other currency pairs that I trade. But I kept going back to this particular chart because it remained inside of this consolidation range. And I talked about the possibility of when it does break out, it could provide us with one of those continuation breakout trades. And when I execute the continuation breakout trade on the pound yen, which is what we're looking at now, I can earn up to 250 pips on the trade. So I scale out at the first 150. If it looks like it's going to take out that 150 pip target, I'll trade it to the second target of 250. But I have to be paying attention to support and resistance. As I showed you just a moment ago on the daily time frame, there's a support low over there to the far left, and I want to be aware of that because I want to lock in some profits before it hits that level. Now, everything worked out just fine, and in this video I want to share with you just a tip, a little method of confirming your yen trades. Whenever you're trading the dollar yen and sometimes the yen crosses, sometimes you can use this as an opportunity, and you may have seen me do this in a previous video. And this is another chart that I keep going back to and talking about on a pretty regular basis over the last few months and the last few weeks specifically, especially last week. So last Thursday, we had an opportunity to sell the dollar yen, and we did that with the confirmation here. What you're looking at right now, this is my Japanese yen futures chart. So when we see this chart moving to the upside, that would indicate Japanese yen strength, and that means that the dollar yen chart would start moving down. Price would start moving down. That would correlate with what we see here. So when we saw this gap last week, again, that helped sort of set up a lot of this movement that we see, and it really accelerated today. The dollar yen dropping gave us an opportunity to jump into this trade with the pound yen, the continuation breakout trade, which could potentially pay up to 250 pips, anywhere from 150 to 250 pips. It really depends on where we lock in profits. Now, again, taking into consideration everything that we see here, this is a daily time frame for the Japanese yen. And so there was a couple of levels of resistance. There was this high here from November 20th. I talked about that. Candles were closing above that. It was moving just fine. But eventually, it was this high back here from October 15th. Because we had a low back over here from October 3rd, and then that high from October 15th. From that point on, everything sort of went sideways. And today, as this candle closes for the day, this is a daily candle, this is a daily chart. When this candle closes, it's going to close above that resistance, printing a continuation breakout trade to the upside. Meaning that I would expect price to continue a lot higher and start trending. We'll go ahead and tighten up the charts. You can see how we've got a ways to go back up here. Now, I would still expect the possibility of some retracements, maybe a pullback, something to that effect. Very often when we see breakouts like this, price will come back down and test the level that it broke out of. So it's something to be prepared for. It doesn't mean that it's going to happen for sure. And even if it does, that's a pretty healthy move in itself. Once we see a breakout and then price returns to retest that level that it broke out of, and then it stops, and then it forms another bullish engulfing candle, and then the trend resumes. That in itself is a pretty healthy retracement and confirmation that price is probably going to continue to trend in the direction of the breakout. That's what these continuation breakout trades allow me to do.